Hey YouTubes, Reddit Math here, and welcome back. As you can see, I went ahead and popped some Cold Blood Dew, bought some blood vials to go ahead and top those off, and we are now going to be, see if maybe we can't level up
What is it?
just a little bit.
Very well, let me...
Go ahead and grab that last point of vitality. Oh, and then we need about 1,000 more to really do anything there. Oh, maybe not. Let's grab a point of skill. There we go.
Farewell.
And that'll do it. Oh, our wheelchaired compatriot is not here for us today. One said come check out the insight-related merchant. Oh, he does have some new armor for us. Henrik Hunter Cap. Hunter's hat worn by Henrik, the Old Hunter. The taciturn old hunter Henrik was once partners with Father Gascoigne, and though they were fierce and gallant duo, their partnership led to Henrik's tragically long life. Henrik's unique yellow garb is resistant to bolt and will be of great help to any hunter who has inherited the onus of the hunt. Same description for all. Let's go ahead and pick these up for 6 insight total. Don't really have a lot of other stuff I'm buying with it here. Could get some fire paper. Got 5 of each of these. Not going to really worry about it. Okay. And we'll go ahead and actually let's go ahead and spend the rest of this on a handful of those. Throwing knives have come in handy in the past. Why not again? Alright. And let's go ahead and warp back to the tomb, see if the kind of bird feathery lady there has anything more to say to us. Okay, and it looks like she actually moved down here to be right next to the lantern. Pistol just like us.
Try to keep your hands clean. The hunt.
Okay, same dialogue. So this would be what I was kind of talking about. I'm not going to do it right now, but running back towards that bridge seems like a pretty small area of ground to cover in order to collect probably 7, 8 blood vials, something like that. If you're having trouble and blood echoes are not something you have in large supply, then that little route might be just as useful for topping off again. But for the sake of brevity, I think just popping some of the cold blood dew type items was enough for us. So now that we're back here, there's one thing we didn't check out. Henrik's items, so let's go ahead and do that really quick. Just take a look at what they look like. And actually they're better in some regards, worse in others. Like this is way better for fire and this is way better for bolt. It's also better for arcane. Not as good against blood, so bullet damage, but better thrust. Like the little, there's clearly a feather on the back, except it's seen better days. Got a knife on our belt, some other utilitarian items like a little rope and bag. Well, that's kind of neat. We'll hang out in this for just a little while. So let's go ahead and head up here, see if we can't maybe take on the 2 large white giants with a little bit more success than we had with them the last time. Hopefully I've managed to shake off a bit of the rust. Oh, and see, this time he was not trapped in the corner. Very interesting. These guys are still very much a mystery to me as to what is going on here. Their ability to do things like that I find rather frightening. You know, they're the closest thing I've seen to anybody have just straight up like magical powers. Their sort of telekinetic pull and then being encapsulated in whatever that red energy field that they've got going on right now is. And they drop twin bloodstone shards, so that's also a thing. I'd certainly be interested to, maybe see a lore item or something that gives us a little bit better idea of what is up with those guys. Oh, that stung a bit. Come on. And I've become convinced that the ringing bells are not indicative of anything. They're either on, because sometimes, sometimes they seem to happen like right as I was about to enter a boss room, and they really seem to be saying something. And then other times I'm just like on a staircase fighting a regular enemy that I've fought plenty of times before, and the bells decide to ring 3 times. That is the other thing. I noted like very early on in the game, maybe the very first time I heard the bells, that they rang 3 times, and I've never heard them ring any more or any less since then. Oh, come on now. So whether that is supposed to mean that we are trapped, it is always 3 a.m. here, that there's something going on with the time in this area. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Alright, I'll go ahead and run back to here, and I'll see you guys when I make it. And as I was saying, I'm not quite sure if that's to mean that time is a little bit distorted here, or what exactly is going on. We've got areas named things like the Hunter's Dream. Is this really happening? Are we in some kind of dream state? We did pick up a lore item at some point that referenced, like the nightmare. Not like a nightmare, but the one and only kind of nightmare that existed. And oh, come on, I expected to be invulnerable there. And from things like that make me sort of wonder how much of what is happening is taking place in like a reality where normal physical laws might apply, and how much of this is something else. Those are, of course, standard questions for a Souls game, so not really surprised. Trying to think of the best way to want to handle this. And no, there's really no way to get there. Okay, let's try circling around this way. The last time where we went the other way sort of went poorly for us due to this old guy. So I'd like to take him on, seriously, prior to going through there, because he aggroed from a very long distance away, and he had a gun. Also, there is an item over there. I'm guessing we get on top of that through, it looks like an elevator, and then come down to there. Yep. Okay. Well, he has not been aggroed, so let's avoid doing so for right now, and instead head back around and then out into the larger courtyard, where we will take on 2 of his friends instead of him. Now, hopefully, this goes a little bit better than it did the last time. I think last time I had virtually no blood vials. So that would have certainly been a contributing factor to the difficulty I had fighting them. Because they're not so bad, just sort of due to how slow they are. Now, having said that, okay, I think it's important to keep an idea of where the other one is, because him being slow is only useful if I'm not suddenly surrounded. Oh, well. That tactic seemed to have gone pretty well. Got a shard for our troubles. If I can get close and just circle strafe with him, he constantly finds himself repositioning. He more or less does. Sorry if I'm a bit quiet there. I was a little terrified for my life. And another shard. Now all the clockwise circle strafing we came from. It's way over here. Now before we move on though, this looked like the building we would have to get on top of in order to reach that item. But it looks like that is not meant for right now. It might instead be a moment we return to. Okay. Get our bearings here for just a moment, so that you guys are hopefully not as lost as I am. Came in from that way. We can go over here and take a right. We can go straight ahead through that gate. There is nothing to this side as far as exits are concerned. Nothing over here as far as items are concerned either. Okay. Let's check out this way first, as I know there was an enemy over here. And then we'll see what opening that gate does for us. More ringing bells. Is this someplace we've seen? This is someplace we've seen. Okay. This was from earlier. The first time we encountered one of those giants. He was coming up to this gate, running into it, and then turning around and patrolling back the other way. Okay. So we've opened both of those. That is interesting. Oh. Oh. Okay. I'm sorry. I thought you were holding a lantern. Your lantern produces flames. Which I guess is pretty standard for a lantern, right? Nope, nope, nope. Definitely nope. This is me having almost zero interest in what you're offering, sir. Ugh. More bullets. You know, game, I'm pretty good on the Quicksilver bullets. If you might want to instead consider offering me some blood vials, I would be super okay with that. Especially considering we can create bullets from our own blood, but we cannot create more blood from our bullets. Maybe I should just be trying for that more often, because the standard... Ooh, 12 poison knives. Standard dancing around with them seems to be getting me tagged more often than not. A knife slathered in poison. This curved knife is as thin and sharp as a surgeon's blade, often used for self-defense by special doctors in the healing church. They say that hunters traditionally avoid the use of poison, likely because the poison is too slow to act in the heat of the hunt. You know, one thing I find kind of interesting, the blade on this, fairly straightforward, maybe a little serrated, but then that blade is gnarly and twisted and ugh. I can't even imagine throwing that at someone and like expecting it to fly through the air at all. It's sort of interesting. We are, however, going to give it a shot at least one time, maybe against the next one of the big giant guys. Excuse me? Oh. Knew I heard somebody talking over here. Interesting. Me having that conversation. Oh, you're not a regular enemy. You're not a regular enemy, even a little bit. Oh, okay. Yep, I know. Yep, you hit real hard. That is very true, sir. Okay. Oh, seriously? That got pretty bad pretty quick. Alright, well, let's see if we can't get back there in a hurry. Alright, and here we are. Now, our blood echoes do certainly appear to have walked off. Thankfully just held by this guy who was pretty easy to kill. But now, we get our murderer again. Yeah. Let's get him around the corner. Oh. That would have been the frenzied series of attacks that got us killed last time. And we barely survived at that time. Only being caught by the very last of the series of attacks. So, man, that hits hard. There are some footsteps over in this area that are sort of frightening. Oh, hello. Come on now. I believe that would be poison.
Oh, we could
deepest gratitude for the church and all they do for us. The deepest, widest gratitude. Yes. Yes.
That seems a little bit odd to just volunteer.
Oh.
Like random man knocks on your door and you're immediately like, oh no, we love the church. Like, ma'am, I wasn't asking about the church. What was that? Oh, gunfire. Lovely. Will he hit me right here?
Praise you. Praise the old damn church. And best of luck hunting. Best luck of all.
Well, they certainly seem to just assume that it is affiliated with the church. Oh, wow. A lot more poison throwing knives. Oh, come on. And I've just got no way of reaching that guy from down here, huh? Well, that's just lovely. Oh, hello. Pretty sure that was the guy standing next to him. Oh. Oh. Okay. Yep. I see all of you. It's nice to meet you. Yes, you have wonderful manners when greeting guests. Oh, no. Don't know why you would ask. Oh, man. The amount of fogginess down here is definitely adding a level of creepiness to this whole encounter, by the way. It seems they did. Let's see if I can't just take on one at a time. It was pretty straightforward. Yes, you there, sir. How easy are you to poison? Oh, just two of them. That's not so bad. I am a little bit curious, and maybe the tooltip would tell me, but poison in Dark Souls 2 worked a little bit different, and actually worked in a way that I kind of preferred. Namely, everyone got poisoned just about as easily, but it did different amounts of damage based on your poison resistance. Whereas in Demons in Dark Souls 1, it was a bit more that it was harder to poison you. I've kind of been avoiding addressing the fact that that thing is horrifying. Oh my god. Oh, can't hit him through that. So, oh, its face is tentacles. It's like a mind flayer, which is basically like saying, I'm a giant nerd, but there's a Dungeons and Dragons like race of creatures basically that have sort of tendrily faces and suck out brains. And yeah, they definitely look like those. Also, of course, reminiscent to probably what the Mind Flayer borrows from, which is the classic image of Cthulhu. Oh god, you are horrifying. But it does look like we're getting up to the area that I spotted earlier. Got a prompt over here, didn't I? Descend ladder. That was the prompt I got over here. So I could drop down to that ledge and drop down. Just bullets, but you know, not going to say no to them. Okay, and then this drops us back over here. Well, I think we're instead going to head back the other way. Maybe tangle with our Cthulhu friend and see how that goes for us. I'm going to go ahead break here for now, though, as a little bit of a... Oh. A watchman of Bergenworth guards the gate with a password, the sacred adage of the Grand Cathedral. Okay. So in order to get to Bergenworth, we're going to need a password? Maybe? Who knows? Alright. With a little bit of lull in the action, we're going to go ahead and cut this one here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to subscribe to continue to see more. Leave a like or a comment if you have anything to say about this or any of my other videos. I always appreciate the feedback. And I will catch you guys next time.